While the world worries about fragile supply chains, the ancients held a completely different standard. They did not rely on a grocery store. They relied on a covenant garden. In the book of Exodus and in the parables of the New Testament, specific plants were never just symbols. They were the ultimate tools of survival. Today, modern people think lab-made vitamins and plastic bottles are the only way to stay resilient. But historically, the 7 species and the legendary biblical herbs provided a complete nutrient profile for entire civilizations. Modern research even suggests that these ancient cultivars possess a phytonutrient density that completely embarrasses grocery store hybrids. In this guide, I am going to show you the 7 plants that supported health and wealth for millennia. You must pay close attention to the impossible biological math of number 3. It is the secret to total nutritional independence. But above all, you must stay for the ancient anchor I call the boss item at number 7, the one the prophet said would remove all fear from a man's heart. These are the 7 most powerful foundations of my master survival grid. These are the ones that build an unshakable wall around your home. Let us uncover the forgotten grid. Let us get into it. Your grandmother knew this, but the modern world forgot. This is not just about plants. It is about your family's fortress. We begin with the foundation of the ancient medicinal hedge. We begin with Hyssop, the purifier. If you go back to the harsh, rocky soil of the ancient Levant, you will find a plant that refuses to die. In the book of Exodus, it was a bundle of hyssop that was dipped in the blood of the lamb, marking the doorposts to protect the Israelites. That was not a random choice. Hyssop has always been the ultimate defender of the home. During the brutal frontier winters of the 1800s, when the snow piled up to the windowsills and the bitter cold crept through the floorboards, a damp, heavy chest was a death sentence. The pioneers did not have a pharmacy. They had hyssop. They would take the rough, deep green leaves, crush them in a heavy iron mortar, and release that pungent, minty, earthy aroma. That smell alone opens the lungs. It wakes up the senses. Biologically, hyssop is unkillable. It thrives in bare rock. It laughs at drought. It produces a massive concentration of volatile oils, specifically compounds that offer profound ancestral support for the respiratory system. The brutal math here is staggering. You can spend $30 a month on synthetic winter extracts, or you can buy a single $5 seed packet of hyssop. That one packet will yield a massive, sprawling bush that comes back year after year. It gives you a lifetime supply of historical respiratory support. That is a return on investment that no bank can offer. If you think the survival versatility of hyssop is impressive, wait until you understand the explosive power of number 2, the mustard seed. The rapid yield. We all know the parable. The smallest of seeds, growing into a massive tree where the birds of the air find rest. But there is a literal, biological truth hidden in that story. In the darkest days of the Great Depression, when the pantry was down to flour and lard, the winter dragged on for months. Fresh food was gone. The body was starved for the spark of life. As soon as the snow began to melt, the grandmothers went out to the frozen, muddy patches of earth. They planted mustard. Why? Because mustard seed is an absolute biological anomaly. It possesses an explosive germination rate. It shoots up through cold, poor soil when nothing else will grow. Within just a few weeks, it produces vibrant, peppery green leaves. That spicy bite is the taste of pure, dense nutrition. It wakes up the digestion. It supports the liver. It provides a massive flush of early spring vitamins when the body needs them most. And then come the bright yellow flowers and the tiny brown seeds. You can harvest the greens, and you still get the seeds to grind into a potent, warming paste that supports circulation in the dead of winter. A handful of seeds, costing pennies, yields dozens of pounds of nutrient-dense greens in a matter of weeks. It is the ultimate rapid turnaround, and that rapid yield leads us perfectly to the ancient anchor of health. Number 3. Flax, the ancient fiber, the omega. Long before the modern industry convinced you to buy expensive, rancid fish oil capsules, our ancestors had a much cleaner source of vital fats. Look back to the linen wrapped around the tabernacle. Look back to the heavy linen shrouds of the ancient kings. Flax was the absolute cornerstone of civilization. In the Dust Bowl era of the 1930s, when the topsoil blew away and the sun baked the earth to a hard crust, a family with a patch of flax had a lifeline. Picture the pale blue flowers waving in the dry wind. Picture the smooth, heavy brown seeds. When you crush them, you get the rich smell of damp earth and raw oil. Flax possesses a deep, fibrous root system that holds the soil together. It survives the cold. It survives the heat. But the true miracle is the seed. It is a nutritional powerhouse. It is packed with essential fatty acids and dense lignins that provide deep, ancestral support for the heart and the joints. You do not need a complicated lab to extract it. You simply grind the seeds. You add them to your daily bread. The brutal math? A 10-pound sack of flaxseed costs roughly $15. It provides more stabilized omega support than hundreds of dollars of store-bought supplements. And if you know how to process the tall, fibrous stalks, you have the raw material for cordage and cloth. It is the definition of independence. You see, we have forgotten how to be independent. We have handed over our sovereignty. Let us stop right here at the 10-minute mark. Let us look at what we have lost. Why did the modern world abandon this knowledge? It was not by accident. It was by design. In the years following the Second World War, a massive shift occurred. The family garden, the root cellar, the apothecary cabinet, they were all systematically replaced. The industrial machine needed consumers, not producers. So they sold us the illusion of convenience. They told us that digging in the dirt was primitive. They told us that real health came in a plastic blister pack, manufactured in a distant factory. They convinced us to trade the deep, generational continuity of the family plot for the fragile, flickering promise of the supermarket aisle. But look at the world today. Look at the inflation eating away your savings. Look at the empty shelves when the supply chain stumbles for even a moment. The convenience was a trap. It made us weak. It made us dependent. Reclaiming these seeds, planting these ancient roots in your own soil, it is no longer just a hobby. It is a profound act of rebellion. Watching this, taking notes, stepping out your back door to break the earth, this is how you take your power back. This is how you rebuild the wall. And if you want to build an impenetrable wall, you need number 4, garlic, the frontier shield. This is not the weak, irradiated bulb you buy at the big box store. I am talking about the hardneck, ancestral garlic, the kind that built the pyramids. The builders of the ancient world were paid in garlic because it was the only thing that kept their bodies functioning under brutal labor. Fast forward to the freezing trenches of the Second World War. The Russian soldiers called it their native penicillin. When the snow turned the battlefields into an icy hell, and supply lines were cut, a clove of raw garlic was worth its weight in gold. Imagine peeling back that papery white skin. Your fingers get sticky with the strong sap. You crush it, and the sharp, stinging sulfur aroma hits your eyes. That aroma is allicin. It is a biological weapon. Garlic is designed to overwinter under deep snow. It sends its roots down into the freezing dark, gathering sulfur and minerals from the deep earth. It repels pests. It guards the perimeter. It provides unparalleled historical support for the immune system. The brutal math of garlic is the math of pure exponential wealth. You take 1 clove, you push it into the dirt in November, you do nothing but let the snow fall. In July, you pull up an entire head containing 10 new cloves. That is a 1,000% return on your investment in a single season. It is compound interest written into the soil. If garlic is the shield of winter, then number 5 is the jewel of the high desert, pomegranate, the longevity fruit. Walk through the ancient Moorish gardens. Look at the intricate carvings of Solomon's temple. The pomegranate was everywhere. It was the absolute symbol of life, of fertility, of endurance. In the harsh, baking heat of the ancient Middle Eastern summer, when the ground cracked and the air shimmered with dust, the pomegranate tree stood tall. It is heat-tolerant. It survives extreme sun. It thrives where other fruit trees wither and die. Imagine pulling a heavy, round fruit from the branch. The skin is thick, leathery, dark red. You break it open, and it reveals hundreds of ruby-like arils. The tart, vibrant juice bursts on your tongue. Long before modern science discovered the word antioxidant, Our ancestors knew that the pomegranate was the ultimate defender against the ravages of time and sun. It provides massive ancestral support for cellular integrity. In the grocery store right now, a single quality pomegranate will cost you $4. It is treated as a luxury. But a mature, drought-resistant tree in your yard will produce over 100 fruits every single year. That is $400 of ancient longevity-supporting nutrition dropping right into your hands, year after year, decade after decade. But if we are talking about decades, we must elevate our thinking to centuries. We must talk about number 6, the olive, the multi-generational asset. Go to the Mount of Olives today. You will see gnarled, twisted trees that were growing when the Roman Empire was at its peak. They are still producing fruit. The olive tree is the absolute definition of legacy. During the great famines of the Mediterranean, when the wheat crops failed and the vineyards dried up, the olive tree remained. It was the only source of pure fat that kept families alive. It provided the oil for the lamps, the anointing for the sick, and the calories for the hungry. The leaves are thick, silvery green, shimmering in the harsh light. The bark is like armor. The deep taproots plunge through solid limestone to find hidden water. The olive tree is fire-resistant. It is drought unkillable. The raw fruit is brutally bitter, protected by nature, until you cure it. And then it yields the golden, heavy oil, the true Mediterranean gold. The brutal math here is not just financial, it is generational. You do not just plant an olive tree for yourself, you plant it for your grandchildren. You plant a legacy asset that will outlive you, providing food, fuel, and massive ancestral support for cardiovascular endurance. It is wealth that cannot be taxed, frozen, or inflated away. And that brings us to the pinnacle, the ultimate anchor. Number 7. The boss item, the fig tree. The prophet Micah wrote that every man will sit under his own vine and under his own fig tree, and no one will make them afraid. In ancient Judea, the fig tree was the ultimate pension plan. It was the absolute guarantee of survival. Why? Because the fig tree defies the normal rules of agriculture. Its roots can break through solid stone. Its broad, rough leaves cast a massive canopy of shade in the blazing heat. But the true power is the yield. A healthy fig tree produces not one, but 2 crops a year, the early Breba crop and the main late summer harvest. Imagine pulling a massive, soft fig from the branch. The milky sap drips from the stem. You break it open. The flesh is dense, sweet, almost jammy. You lay them out on flat rocks in the baking sun. The natural sugars crystallize. They turn into dense blocks of pure, stable energy that will last through the longest, darkest winters. One single mature fig tree will easily yield 50 to 100 pounds of fresh fruit a year. When dried, that is an entire winter's worth of pure caloric energy. It can completely replace $500 a year in store-bought snacks and empty calories. It gives you a harvest for 200 straight years. It is the garden of abundance made flesh. These are not just plants. They are a systematic framework. They are the decentralized grid framework. You build it in 4 precise steps. Step 1 is the fast action perimeter, the garlic and the mustard, the immediate yield that guards your soil and your health. Step 2 is the medicinal hedge, the hyssop and the flax, the defensive line that protects your family's lungs and heart when the pharmacies run dry. Step 3 is the calorie anchor, the mighty fig, the dense, sweet energy that guarantees your survival through the winter. And step 4 is the legacy forest, the pomegranate and the olive, the slow, unshakable wealth that you leave behind for your bloodline. You have a choice to make today. You can close this video. You can drive back to the grocery store. You can keep swiping your card, watching the prices go up, and trusting a fragile system that does not care about your family. Or you can choose the continuity of your bloodline. You can choose to be the patriarch, the matriarch, the guardian of your home. Are you choosing the convenience of the system or the resilience of the ancient path? If you are ready to dig deeper, if you want to know which 10 trees provide complete protein without ever replanting, click the video on your screen right now. I will see you over there.